Hi fans. For those who do not know me, my name is James Killer. I am the admin of this page, The Soul Whisperer. Today I'd like to talk about a few things, and maybe my fans can get to see and download a bit about me and process and see who is behind the camera and who is this persona behind um, the pictures. So I'm going to start as to why I started this. Well, one of the main reasons I started this was because ever since I was a young boy, I really didn't know myself. I was so confused as a boy. I felt like I always didn't fit in this world. I always felt very sort of like alien-like, because whenever I was in a group of people or among my friends, there was always something a bit different. I realized that was in me that wasn't necessarily in them. Maybe some of them, considering their personality, which I'm going to talk about on my next point, and that really has been a struggle for me, and especially like for the past 11 years, as of now 11 years back, the certain changes in my life that occurred that really had me going through, I would say, sort of my spiritual awakening, because I was dealing or rather I was battling depression so heavily as a teenager, um, until right now I'm a young adult, and it has been a journey for me, and not knowing who I was really one of the factors that really made it difficult for me, because I couldn't put myself into like one thing and identify myself as this is you, this is James, and you know all that. So um, about 2 years ago, um, as I was doing a few things, I kind of realized, or I kind of stumbled into something called a personality test. It's a Myers-Briggs. They call it MBTI, I think. You can look it up on Google. It's something that I stumbled upon, and I took the test, and I did find out that I am an INFJ. I am an INFJ. So those are initials. How would I put it? You'd have to go to Google. Just you can Google INFJ, check it out. Maybe learn a bit more about me. And also, there's a free test you can carry out over there. Do carry out the test and find out about yourself, because a lot of human beings we're living uh, unfulfilled, or rather, we're not tapped into full potential, really, yeah. And that kind of limits us from a lot that we don't even realize. And along my 11 years of spiritual awakening, as I went through my deep depression, rather, um, this has really, how would I put it? This has really helped for me to see a few things, that some things were happening and they were meant to happen. Some things were happening and it was my doing. Some things were happening and it was totally out of my control. So by learning my personality test, I got to understand all these things. And coming to you right now, I can say it has been it has been wonderful for the past 2 years, learning more about myself, because I didn't even realize that I'm that complex. I always knew I'm complex, but I didn't realize to what extent, let's say. And it's been interesting. It's been a very interesting journey. For my fans, I have never ever attended a photography class or lesson, really. Um, from a young child, I would say, when I used to go for field trips in school, my mom would give me a camera, and I would carry a camera and I would take a few pictures, and she sort of realized there's a way I used to love nature so much. or rather I would maybe come home with a stray dog or a stray pet or some tadpoles. I don't know where I fished from where. I was a very mischievous child. I will come to portray, or rather I will come to show you how far my journey has taken me up to now, and rather with me realizing this, I think this rather hobby came back for me 2 years ago. I again started engaging in photos, and I really found it helped with me expressing myself with how I felt, and I also write a lot. So I think that had something to do with because I fancied poetry, and so I guess I brought poetry and I brought the photos together, and voila, I came up with the page. So for my fans, that's part of the story of how I ended up here. Well, uh, one of the things I would maybe really like to talk about is I know we all go through so much in life, and sometimes it feels like it can be overwhelming. Um, for me, it has been overwhelming. I would say now 11 years minus the 2 years after I discovered that I was an INFJ. It was very overwhelming for me because sometimes I would be in situations that I totally didn't know what to do, or I'd do something the opposite, and people would look at me different, people would react different, people would be like, it was just weird for me. So, uh, some of the activities that really helped me help understand myself was reading. I'd read a lot, I'd research about a lot of things. I love information and I love learning because it's a daily process for me. I feel like it empowers me on a daily basis. So so that really helped. I'm into cartoons so much. I'm into series. I'm into movies. I'm into music so much. I don't choose a genre per se, but if you're to ask me, I'd always tell you like hip hop. That really that really talks to me because it's poetry. Um, well, at least good hip hop that is. Well, and a few more other things. Going outside to nature, taking a walk. These things, this fun things that I would do at least to distract me from not being. That would distract me rather from this overwhelming world that I didn't know how to control inside my head. Because it's all here. It's mantled. So that that's one of the challenges, or that's one of the, I would say, that's how I coped for the 11 years, and a whole other bunch of things. Some were good, some were not so good. Well, as for my fans, I really hope you enjoy the page. Um, it does help me. What I also don't share is sometimes a very emotional wreck behind the pictures, and I pull myself up together, and I guess every time I post, it's me winning a battle eventually on the wall to master myself and master my mind and master all around me, because we are one. We are one. Please do share your feedback. Don't feel shy. You can comment on any picture that you find talk to you in a way. You can save the pictures. You can reach out to my direct message. You can reach out to me through my email, which is thisolwhispera@gmail.com, and we'd get to know each other a little more, and you'd get to know a lot about me as I unveil the layers to my soul. Anyways, do have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will resume posting, I guess, next year. And for now, I would say maybe I'm on holiday, which is a good thing. So, other than that, do have a lovely day, my neighbor. Thank you.